Good morning. How are you? Good day or whatever time you watch this. I'm Ron Juckett, Uncle Ron, or Retro Sports Network, or however you know me. Let's see, a couple things today. Feeling a lot better than yesterday. For those of you who are old friends and might not be used to seeing me without glasses, I still do wear them. I wear them when I'm outside and have to drive around. But with the computer screen and lights everywhere, it's just glare. And so it really just isn't going to do any good to wear them. Also, I'm not quite to the bifocal range yet, but that, probably will change at some point in the near future. So I don't need them to use the computer. All right, topic at hand has to do with the fact that my local home health agency, which is the largest one in the state of Vermont, decided yesterday to suspend my service for a week, which on the surface is not good news. In fact, there's really nothing good about it. I've been a home health client for one agency or another for the last 27 and a half years and have lived in Burlington for the last 21 and a half years. So I've been a 5 day a week client at least, if not a 7 day a week client of this age of agencies since August of 1992. Which, if I'm getting scrubbed, there's some issues here. The primary issue is trying to cut down on cross exposure. I don't necessarily always have the same person every day. The aides that come in to do my morning care do not see the same people every day. They also have to function in their own lives. Some of them have children. Some of them take care of other adults outside of their working hours. Some of them have roommates, and you always can't control who your roommates see and who they don't see. What was the other one? Some of them are just kind of on the older side to begin with and just are ex- exposing themselves just by being out and around. And so, uh, but so I fully understand the decision to say your wife is home. She's an essential worker. She can get you up for a week. We'll talk about this next week. On the other hand, because of my disability and the activities of daily living that I can do or not do, I'm considered in Vermont terms, and this might be a federal term, a level 3 patient. I qualify for nursing home level of care. I cannot toilet myself. I cannot feed myself. If you cut it up, I can't. I cannot prepare food by myself. I cannot get my own drinks. Cannot do any self grooming. So I'm completely dependent on other people to do basic necessities such as go pee. I'm not getting monetized for this anyway, or have dinner or whatever. And so, if they have made the decision to cut me off from care, which again I'm fine with, it's going to be a rough week, but I'm fine with the decision overall. What does this mean for the healthcare system when we start to overburden ourselves? I mean, this is the whole point of social distancing right here, to make these tough decisions early on and kind of go from there. And that's where we are now. The night people are self quarantining, hopefully. And probably if the day people aren't allowed to come in, which is an agency as opposed to the private care at night, the night people probably aren't going to come back until the day people come back. If they don't feel it's safe for someone who is wearing masks and gloves and aprons to be within 6 feet of me, and I'm showing no signs of anything, temperatures, my normal 97.5, 97.6, 97.1, it varies. In the morning, then why should we be exposing ourselves to people at night? It's not quite shelter in place, but it's coming pretty gosh darn close. And so as we watch the debate back and forth whether to send people back to work or whether to keep the social distancing in place, I'm a strong vote for let's keep it in place, because if this system, which is built on 100 years of tradition, can't figure out what to do, and again, this isn't anybody's fault, then what will our hospital system do in case another big group of people get sick. If you've been following along on my Facebook, you know that one of the nursing homes in town had the virus go through. 4 people are dead because of it, and at least 12 more infected. That's why our numbers in Chittenden County are so high, because of that nursing home. My wife's facility has not been hit. Our building has not been hit. Those are the worst case scenarios, and that would be 30 days and we'll wave to you out the window type deal. But that's just an ominous warning from here on why it's important for us to keep doing what we are doing, because we cannot overwhelm the healthcare system. It just isn't ready for that kind of mass, I don't want to say casualty situation, but people being sick en masse. We do not want to have a situation where we have healthcare professionals playing triage more so than they already are. Does it suck that I don't get to see my morning person that comes and gets me ready for my day? Yes, my wife is not going to like it. She didn't like it last night, but we understand. She's also an LNA, if I haven't mentioned that at any point in any of these videos, where she fully understands where they're coming from. We're all winging this, okay? There is no set plan. And that, I think, feeds people's uncertainties and feeds people's fears and causes more, people to go out and buy 100 rolls of toilet paper. You still don't need 100 rolls of toilet paper. And I hope when I go do my online grocery shopping this week, I can actually find some rice, because the rice we bought didn't make it. So that's that for that. Again, just common sense things. The more that everyone kind of does their part, the faster we can kind of get back to normal and people can go back to work and we can work on saving the economy. It should not be a choice between lives and the economy. Lives are more important. Your life is more important than a cheeseburger. Okay? I like cheeseburgers. I like cheeseburgers a lot. That's how I became a type 2 diabetic at 30 years old. But your life, you out there in YouTube land, is more important than my need to have food or takeout food. We'll do it as long as we can, but there. So yes, places in this country, in states that are not anywhere near the overload risk, are already making judgment decisions on who gets what for care. And that's me. And so let's keep up what we're doing, and hopefully in a couple weeks we can get through and see some flattening of the curve. Until then, I'm Ron Juckett. Thanks for watching. Love to you all. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.